Hello, my lovelies. How are we? I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Let's see if anybody's even here. I have two of you here. So, anywho. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes here to kind of filter in. Hi, Gary. How are you? So, this is what you're getting today. I just pulled my hair back into a bun. I did put on some makeup for you, though. So, it won't be quite so scary looking. Hi, Deb. Oh, and I'm drinking coffee out of the cup that Deb sent me. Hello, Barb and Ken. How are you? So, I've had an eventful past couple of days. And I have actually a very special guest with me. And she's, yeah, I know it's cold out. So my sugar glider, one of my sugar gliders, Lily, got out of her cage. I don't know how long she was out of her cage for. I'm going to have to do some reinforcements, apparently. But Tony found her on the kitchen floor. And he thought, oh my gosh, it's a mouse, until he saw the, hi Buggy Boo, Victoria Star, until he saw her tail. And he's like, oh no, that's not a mouse. That's one of the flying squirrels, the sugar glider. So she has been kind of sickly these last couple of days, and I really don't know how long she's going to make it, but here she is. Here's one. This is Lily. She's one of 3 that I have left. And she's got blueberry all over her face because she is actually drinking the juice from the blueberry, so that's a good thing. But she's shivering and she can't keep her body temp up. But she has been crawling out of her towel off and on, and now she's got blueberry all over her towel. So what we've been doing is, between me and the moon pie, we have been keeping her bundled up in either a washcloth or a hand towel or a receiving blanket, just kind of depends. And just keeping her at our chest and trying to keep her warm. So, but she does not look fantastic right now. You can tell she just doesn't feel good. So I'm not real sure what her deal is. But now that she's had some more blueberries, she was crawling around on my shoulder and just all over my arms and my back and stuff. She seems to be staying you seem to be staying warmer, cute baby. Hi, Jess. So she is actually holding on with her little claws. She's holding on to my fingers. That's blueberry, by the way. But she's a sweetie. And she's hanging on up here with her little paws, her little fingers. And she is missing her back left leg. That's why her name is Lily. So Lily will be joining us today. Yeah, won't ya? So that's what I am doing, is I am trying to get this little baby to back to health, and hopefully she doesn't pass away. So, little information on sugar gliders. She is really cute. Thank you, Kara. I have 2 more that are a lot more spunky than her. The other one, okay, so Lily is missing her left hind leg, which I can't, unless I move her, I can't show you. And Millie is missing her right hind leg. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I scared you. And then I have Tilly, and she's got all 4 of hers, and she is a spunky little thing. These ladies came from a wildlife refuge that was closing its doors, and so I ended up with, I was only supposed to have 4, but surprise, I ended up with 6. And I didn't want to split them up because they were a colony. So they do live a colony life. They are a marsupial. They are actually pretty kin to opossum. So they are tree dwellers, and their native habitat is actually Australia, Madagascar, things of that nature, like down under kind of thing. Tropical, warm. Madagascar is, Madagascar seems to have some of the most beautiful animals. So, but she is sweet. She's not really opening her eyes much, but she's just not vibrant. So average lifespan in the wild is roughly about 10 to 12 years. And in captivity, it is completely dependent upon how well cared for they are. So I personally, I think that it's kind of cruel actually to take an animal like this out of the wild and put it in captivity. But, this is what we got. So she is a sweetie, though. They are omnivores, and so my girls actually kind of get spoiled. The gal that I got them from, she said at the refuge, the wildlife refuge, they were actually being fed cat food, just cat food, and that they did only get fruit every once in a while. Well, fruit is part of their main diet. And so they love. They are not a huge fan of really anything other than blueberries. They absolutely love blueberries. So they get blueberries every day. And I brought some in here for her. But they're omnivores, so I also give them canned chicken. And they get just a little bit of that every day, just for the protein. They do like that. And I also give them pecans. They like pecans and almonds. My girls do anyway. And so that's what they get. They get pecans or almonds, or I don't like to give them cat food. I don't think that's a balanced, nutritious diet for them. So they don't get cat food. They get fresh fruits. And hi, Cindy. How are you, honey? Look, I brought her out. I'm just explaining a little bit about sugar gliders. Obviously, I'm not a wildlife expert. I'm not an expert on sugar gliders either, especially not she's getting a little chilly, so I want to make sure, I just want to cover her just a little bit, but she's I don't know, she's not maintaining her body heat very well. So, oops, sweetheart, I'm sorry. Did I startle you? She was just crawling all over me just a little bit ago. And I thought, oh, I hope she doesn't try to get down and run off when I'm trying to do this, because I wanted to show you guys. A lot of people haven't ever seen a sugar glider or know what they resemble or any of that stuff. So, yeah. So this is one of my little marsupials. She really is a sweetheart of it. But she's just not looking good, is she? So I figured that she was pretty much on her way out. She is still eating and drinking. I don't know. Maybe her little outing just wore her out so much. But I don't know why she wouldn't be retaining her body or being able to maintain her own body heat. So, I kind of wonder if she's not sick in some way, because when I do put her back in the cage to drink and whatnot, I will try. See, and all these gnats come with her. Because of all of the fresh fruit that I feed them, and the canned chicken, I get a lot of gnats. I change their papers every day. I change their cedar bedding, however, once a week. And now I'm going to move to instead of changing their bag like every couple of months, I think I'm going to try and change it every month for sure. And maybe before then, because they like to pee and poop all over their stuff. I think they mark it. I don't know how old she is. The wildlife refuge, I literally got zero information from the wildlife refuge when I got them. So I have had to learn everything on my own, fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing. And but they've been a real pleasure to watch and take care of, and they're not hard to take care of at all. But mine, so if you can get a sugar glider, and they typically, like I said, they're a colony type animal, so they have the colony mentality. So they really need to be not alone. They really do need to have at least a partner. Now the males will fight, and they will fight to the death if there's a female in heat. So yeah, I don't know how long they're pregnant for, though, if they end up getting pregnant. I don't know. I haven't really researched it. So but yes, Victoria, that is true. However, in giving them a toy, they don't really care for it. They just don't really care for it. Hi, Darren. I'm showing Lily off. Sugar glider. She is sick of sorts. I don't really know why she is sick or how, but yeah. She's not maintaining her body heat. So Xavier and I have been taking turns keeping her wrapped up in a towel or a washcloth and laying on our chest to stay warm. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing all day long. I have done nothing else. I've done animal chores, and that is it. And taken a shower and put on some makeup. So that is all I have done today, is care for her. So anywho, so I was just giving some facts. Yeah, I know she does look. They do resemble bats because they're kind of rodents, but they are marsupials. So they do have their babies much like a bat would. But they are very. My understanding is that they are very akin to opossum. So yeah. But she is a sweetheart. She was just climbing all over me just prior, like literally I'd just gotten her off of my back just as I went live. So oh, you're holding your single quail chick, keep it from being lonely. See, that's what, and the more that you I guess mother them, the better off they're going to be. They like that a lot better because they don't want to be alone. You know, chickens don't want to be alone. Turkeys, they're in a flock. They're, you know, let's see, pretty much all animals. There are very few animals that are, they're mono, you know, very few of them. So, sugar gliders are not an exception to that. They, we refer to them as flying squirrels sometimes because they have the ability to, they'll get a running start, kind of a little bit of a running start, and they can actually glide or fly up to about 165 feet. So that's a big jump. Hi, Brigitte, how are you? All right, so here you go. She's tuckered out apparently, but yeah, she's got blueberry all over her face. I've been feeding her blueberry, and that's helping to keep her. I think that's helping to keep her hydrated. So you put a small furry me in the broder. Oh, I know you meant toy. She is sweet. She is one of 3 that I have left. So she's Lily, and she's missing her left hind leg. Millie has all 4 of hers, and Tilly has her back right leg missing. So I have Lily, Millie, and Tilly. I think that's how I did it. No, Millie has her right leg missing, and Tilly has her all 4. I cannot remember now what I ended up naming them all, but Lily is the one I remember the most. So, right, Darren. Yep. Well, I don't know. She's not a mama, but yes, they are. They do look. They've got those bat ears. So. I don't know. They got that little rodent nose, and you see she's got blueberry clear up on her left eye. This is her left. So she's got blueberry clear up here on her left eye, and then she's just got it all over the place. But she is a sweet little thing. So when they glide through the air, they actually use their long tail as sort of a rudder. And they have their claws are actually pretty wicked. She scratched me up pretty good. You can see her claws. So she can scratch me up pretty good, but she's just hanging on to me for dear life. I don't know. I don't know how she lost a leg. I don't know how any of them, like I said, they came from a wildlife refuge that was closing. And so when I got them, oh, stupid gnat. When I got them, I knew nothing about them and nobody could give me really any information. The gal that I got them from, she volunteered at the wildlife refuge and she didn't really have any information on them either. So we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants with them. Yeah, she's sweet. So I actually had 3 boys and 3 girls, and the 3 boys were 2 of them were blind. They had really bulgy glaucoma looking eyes, cloudy. They really couldn't see anything, so they did everything by scent and hearing. And then the one male, he was the younger of the 3. He seemed, however, he was fine, but ultimately he passed just out of the blue. All 3 of them just out of the blue have passed. And she is now, I think she's ultimately going to end up passing away here soon, but I'm loving on her as much as I can so she can go peacefully, you know. She knows that she was loved. I tried to do that with all of them. I don't know. And I noticed that the boys tend to get an infection in either of their eyes. And so I'm not sure what the commonality of that is, but that seemed to be what they ended up dying from ultimately. And they had all this swollen, one side of their face would be swollen with infection. So, oh, hi, Kat. Happy birthday. It makes no sense. What makes no sense? Oh, okay. Switched accounts and now you can see. Okay. This is a sugar glider. This is Lily, my sugar glider that is not, she's not doing very well. So she's not keeping her body temperature for whatever reason. But yeah. She looks miserable, doesn't she? She really does look miserable, but I don't know. I'm trying really hard to make sure that she is able to go peacefully and, you know, knowing that she's loved. So, yeah, I love all of them. I don't really know that anything can be done with her. Like I said, I'm literally just, I'm trying to keep her warm and hydrated and see if she kind of pulls out of it. But you know, I'm not an exotic pet vet, so I have no idea. I'm literally learning as I go with these guys, and yeah, but she's just so sweet. And I love her. So if you actually buy a sugar glider, I very much hope that people stop to think about what they're doing when they buy exotic pets. They're not meant to be domesticated. They're really not. And they need to be left in their natural habitat, and you know, and then we have to be good stewards of and practice good animal husbandry, you know, and just we need to take much better care of our earth and the creatures on it. So, a huge softie for animals. I adopted all of the ducklings. They are now my dinkies. Aw. Yeah, it's just not right. Like, I don't. She's sweet. Oh, they are stinky. I will say that. They are very stinky animals. do you have some thin cotton to make a pouch to hold her on your chest, kind of like a baby sling? Well, I do. I just haven't. I haven't sat down to do that today, and I thought I would just honestly just take one of my towels here, my hand towels, and just sew it into a pouch for her, and just carry her on my chest. You know, keep her close, and that way I can put her under my shirt too to keep her warm. I have a t-shirt on underneath too, so I'm not. I'm gonna have to probably get a different heating pad. The heating pad I have, I think it's even on the low setting. I think it gets too warm because I mean it bothers my skin, so I don't really want to put her on a heating pad in the cage. But I don't think I can sleep with her. You know, have her sleeping with me in the bed because she'll wander off. Yes, I did give her a little bit. I put a little bit of honey on my finger, and she did lick that off. So I'm hoping that's why she's kind of turning around as she's getting those probiotics and whatnot. Somebody said that maybe I could try yogurt, and so there are two schools of thought when it comes to yogurt. Well, when it comes to dairy in general. They don't typically do well with dairy. But plain Greek yogurt, they might do well with. So I thought maybe I would try I have some blueberry yogurt that I thought I might try with her, give her a few more probiotics and whatnot. Maybe she'll perk up a little more, give her a little more energy, because it'll have protein in it, you know, obviously. So, but yeah, dairy's just not something that's good. Yes, I know bugs. I don't really know. I don't know how else to keep them clean. So that's the problem. So I assume that's probably what happened with the boys, especially the blind boys. They probably scratched their eyes with their dirty claws and got an infection. And obviously, you know, I can't really do anything about that unless I give them like a systemic type of antibiotic, which I probably wouldn't anyway. But that is why they are, I mean, they survive just fine in the wild. So, but domesticated, they just don't do well in captivity, frankly. And yeah, so she's sleeping. So this is what I've been doing all day. It also, I changed out their bag, and what I ended up doing was I had put a new bag in there, and it was what I did instead of sewing them a new bag. I had put her into a brand new small grow bag. I think it's like I want to say the 5-inch grow bag, and stuffed it full with a receiving blanket so she could stay warm in it. Well, then I did that yesterday, and she slept in it just fine. But then this morning, when I went to go feed them and change she was hanging on the side of the cage, like with one hand, and or foot, whatever you want to call it, and she was hanging there very weird, like very oddly. And I'm like, that cannot be comfortable. And she just looked like she was hanging on for dear life with this just one little foot of hers. And I thought, oh crap. But they ended up, it ended up being that one of the other ones was in the original bag that's hanging in there. Excuse me. And the other one had taken over the bag that she was in. And I'm like, you little turds. So, yeah, we're going to go tomorrow morning. Tomorrow sometime we have to go and take furniture, table and chairs from our oldest daughter's house over to the other daughter's apartment in the suburban. So yeah, I feel really bad for her, and I don't know. I love them. I love all of them, but yeah, typically they get their papers changed every day. They get their cedar chips changed, and I use cedar chips because it's fairly cheap and it keeps the smell down. But it's down on their lower ones, so hopefully anything that comes through the paper will drop down into the cedar to keep the smell down. So, and then anyway, they're I think I'm gonna have to start changing their bag probably minimum every month, but I usually only change out their bag every 2 or 3 months, but they just, I don't know, they stink really bad, and they collect gnats. So, oh, oh, good, Denny. I'm glad that you like that shirt. Awesome. Yeah, I said I sent a t-shirt to Kat that is Royal Amethyst Acres, mine, and then I sent Denny one with Tony's logo on it. So, Deb, your shirt is done. I got to get the hats done, and then that way I can send everything out at once. And I am hoping I can get that done, those done tomorrow and sent off like Wednesday or Thursday. So I sent Jess one of my shirts, and she sent me a Marco in it, and she's like, look what I got today. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So you're gonna totally rock that shit. Awesome. Well, hello, Old Reading Farm. How are you, Kat and John? So I'm showing off the 6 sugar glider. This is a sugar glider. She got out of her cage, and Tony found her on the kitchen floor yesterday morning. And she hasn't been able to hold her body temperature. So we are, between Moon Pie and I today, we have been taking turns holding her wrapped up in a towel or washcloth. She currently has blueberry all over her little face, and it's sticky. So, but she's looking rough. I know, but that's blueberry that's all over her face. I promise you, she's not being neglected. That is one thing I don't do, is neglect my animals. So, she's got this really long tail. And I don't know if I can get you can see, she has blueberry everywhere. This is her little pea spot. And this little nub right here is actually where her leg is missing. So I don't know if she was born like that, or what exactly her deal was, what her story was, but they came from a wildlife refuge that was closing. So rather than them being put down, I took them. I ended up with 6 of them. 3 of them, the boys, have all passed, but I have the 3 girls left. So I don't know. We have no idea how long she was out of the cage, because Saturday night, I know she was in there. So, and they're nocturnal animals. So I don't know, they like to try to get out of their cage. And we actually got to a point where they were escaping through the bars. And so we ended up using chicken wire to put around it. But they've managed to push the corners on pretty much everywhere of the cage, and where the corners meet for the chicken wire even, and they've managed to push them out, and they can get out that way, and they know it, and it's really it's kind of scary, frankly, because I have cats and dogs, and they will attempt to um, kill it and eat it. So yeah, she cannot keep her body temperature up, and I'm not sure. I don't have any poisons or anything that she could get into, but Tony found her underneath the kitchen sink, and the trash can is right there. So I don't know if she got into the trash can somehow, maybe got something out of that, or it's actually a tall, almost a ferret cage. It's a two-tiered cage, and the bars have got about, there's like an inch between each bar. So I'm assuming that's, if they're little Houdinis too. So, but they have the big cage so that they can roam, because that's what they do. They climb things. And at one point in time, I had like some dangling wood toys. I had a couple of them in there, but they didn't use them ever. So those went out with the the guinea pigs. They both passed. So yeah, I've not had very good luck over the last year with my indoor caged animals. So yeah, you sweet girl. This little bat nose just kills me. I love her little nose. And this blueberry all over her face. She seriously, she looks terrible, the poor thing. Oh. But she's actually clinging onto my fingers now, so that's a good sign, that she's at least wanting to be loved and wanting to be held close. So earlier she was crawling on my shoulder, so but I got her settled down enough that she decided that she was going to just curl up in my hand. And so this is Lily. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying really hard. Obviously I don't want her to pass, but I'm trying to make it so that at least if she does, it's a peaceful passing, and she knows that she's loved. So, but I really do, I really do wish people would not try to domesticate wild animals like this. They're not made for that. They don't do well in captivity, much like our animals at the zoo. And while the zoos are great and they're fantastic for learning and all of that fun stuff, it's, animals just don't really do well in captivity, wild animals. So I do not know how old any of the sugar gliders are. And in the wild, they live anywhere between 10 and 12 years. In captivity, it really depends on how well they're cared for. But once they hit about 7 or 8 years old, they start to be, they're considered geriatric. So, this just could be the natural progression for a sugar glider that is, domesticated. I don't really know. I'm not an exotic pet vet. I wish I were, because it would be helpful. But I did do a lot of research before I took them. Not as much as I probably should have, but I've really been learning on the fly with these little sweethearts. So mine came from a wildlife refuge, and so they were there for whatever reason. She's missing her left hind leg. I have one that's missing a right hind leg, and then I have one she's normal, all four legs and paws, or fingers or hands, or I don't even know what to call them. They are tree dwellers. They are native to Australia and Madagascar, Peru, tropical areas. They are not native to the U.S. They are not native to anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere. So that is why, is this what we're here to talk about? Monopolizing the chat. Sure. No, you're fine. You are fine. I hadn't planned on making the chat about her because, but we've had to be holding her and trying to keep her warm today. So I thought, well, why not? So they are omnivores and they eat a variety of things. My girls are kind of spoiled. They do get blueberries every single day. They love blueberries. And they get pecans or almonds. And they also get just a little bit of canned chicken for the protein. I really don't like giving them the chicken because it's high in sodium. So they don't get a lot of it, but they do get enough where they can, they can get the protein from it. So while they were at the wildlife refuge, they were just being fed cat food. And I don't think that is a very balanced and nutritious diet for a sugar glider, obviously. My girls don't really care for anything other than what I am feeding them. They're pretty picky. But in the wild, they're omnivores. They'll eat anything. And so I don't know. Let's see. What else can I tell you about them? They're kind of we call here at the house we call them the squirrels or the flying squirrels because they are very they glide through the air, obviously, and they definitely are kind of like a flying squirrel. But yeah, no, cat food's not good for them. I just don't think that is balanced nutrition for them at all. So but they can glide up to 165 feet in the through the air. It's crazy. They can go pretty far. If they get a long enough running start, they can go about 165 feet through the air. So all right, Victoria. It could very well be. I don't know. But dairy is not something that you feed a sugar glider. So that is why they don't get anything. I would think that with the addition of the pecans, I would think there would be enough calcium in there to help her or to balance them out. But I don't know. I don't know how much calcium is actually in pecans or nuts in general. But they do like the pecans. They do like the almonds, and they do like their shredded chicken, their canned chicken, and they love their blueberries. So Tums, I don't know, maybe, maybe, I don't know. So, yeah. It's really a sad state of affairs with her. But really cool thing also is that I started to work on the hoop house, greenhouse, whatever you want to call it. It's technically probably a hoop house or tunnel. But I started working on that again over the weekend, and I have made some great progress on it. And I have been posting pictures on Instagram of it. I have gotten some criticism. I've gotten some. It also got posted on my Royal Amethyst Acres business page, so on Facebook. So anything I post on Instagram goes to that Facebook page as well. So, but anywho, I'm trying to do things as cheaply as I can, and trying to make do with what I have. And so I had purchased last year. I had purchased 12, or actually more. I don't know, maybe 15 or 20, but I'm using 12 electric T-posts. And so they're not very tall, and they're thin. They're not stout like an actual T-post, or even rebar for that matter. Rebar was more expensive, so I didn't go with that. But I used it actually for trying to stake the tomatoes and stuff up last year, but it didn't go. My garden was bad, so my garden didn't work at all. Thanks, Kat. So I decided that I was going to use those and PVC pipes. So I'm using 10-foot sections of 1/2-inch PVC pipe, and I'm just making hoops, arches all the way down. And so by the time it was all said and done, it's 5 by 24. So it's large, actually, a lot larger than I thought it was going to be. I had bought a roll of 6 mil clear plastic, construction grade, last year for like $54.99, I think is what it cost me. And I used, let's see, then I used to actually, I had a total of 15 pieces. And unfortunately, because they're only in 10-foot sections. So the spine, I put the spine of it on the top of the hoops because I've got to switch hands here. My arm is going to sleep because I have thoracic outlet syndrome. So, give you a little show before I switch hands. And but anyway, yeah, I gotta put my arm down so I can get the blood back into it. I have thoracic outlet syndrome in my arms, both arms. So yeah, fun times. So they go to sleep if I hold them in a certain position for very long. I'm surprised it lasted that long. This arm will be the worst because I'll hold it up here. You probably won't be able to see her much, but so it's electric T-posts, electric fencing T-posts, a total of 15 1/2-inch PVC pipes in 10-foot sections, and a roll of 6 mil plastic. And I want to say it covers 1,000 square feet, but I had used a bunch for covering my chicken coop for the winter. So wrapping the 3 sides of my chicken coop. And so I did not have quite enough to do exactly what I wanted with it. But I bought 2 bags of 1/2-inch pipe straps, metal pipe straps, and I used 5/16-inch hex self-tapping screws, and I put the spine along the top the arches so that, because originally I had them underneath, and I thought, but when I go to put the plastic on, what's going to happen is if it ends up raining, it's going to collect water, and I don't want it to collapse it. So, because it's not like a permanent structure, so it's not going to have a lot of strength to it. So I ended up running the spine over the top, down the middle. It's not exactly straight, but that's okay. And I have done all of and then I put the plastic on and discovered I didn't have enough. So Tony did help me with trying to turn the plastic, and then we ended up just taking it off because that covered even less. And I'm like, crap. So, but then I went ahead and I put it back on myself, and I couldn't figure out what in the world I was going to secure it, at least the ends with, to keep the plastic from blowing off. And it was so weird because I always say that my pop is with me. My grandparents are with me in cardinals and butterflies. And because those are two things that I have always associated with my grandparents. And so there was a bright red cardinal, and he'd been following me around all day long, it seemed like. And he was just sitting up in the tree right, I don't know, probably 20 foot above me, but the tree is where he was sitting. I bet he was probably 50 feet away from me at most. And he was just sitting, and I was getting frustrated, and I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Crap, And he started singing, like sitting up there like he was trying to talk to me and, tell me, no, you got this. You can do this. That's your motto. It's one of your mottos. Get it done. You can do this. You can figure out something to reuse to attach that plastic. And it dawned on me, I'm like, I need to replace, I wonder if the pool noodles for the swimming pool would work. And I'm like, well, I had 7 of them. I didn't have a total of 8. I had 7 of them. And so the one end has it's kind of patchwork together. I'm sorry, did I bother you? One of the ends is kind of patchwork together, but I cut those pool noodles down the center, and I use them as that's how I secured it. So I am super proud of that. I am so proud of it because I literally am using everything that I already had. I didn't really have to purchase anything extra because I had already purchased the stuff. However, it's still going to be a fairly cheap build, and I am not complaining about that at all. It's still, even if I'd had to buy all of them, all the stuff all at once, oh, excuse me, it still would not be that expensive. So I've been working on that, and I'm going to put the video together, and I'm actually doing a collaboration with Earth Day collaboration video with Terry Lynn from Organic Raw Roots and Tiffany with Team Benson. And we're going to put out we're each putting out an Earth Day video, and I'm going to use my hoop house as my Earth Day video because I've literally had to buy very little for it because it's all stuff that I'd already bought, and it's all stuff that I was repurposing. And this gnat is going to drive me crazy. So the pool noodles I got from Dollar Tree last year for $1 a piece, So there's $8 there, and the plastic was, 55. So that's what, $63. The PVC pipes, the PVC was like $1, or no, I'm sorry, $2.29 per 10-foot section. And then the electric fencing T-posts were like $1.29 per post, or $1.39, something like that. I think they were $1.29. So really, I'm going to actually sit down and figure out the exact cost that it would have cost me to build it had I not already purchased the stuff. So I think probably we're looking at maybe 100, 150 in total for this. So I'm hoping that this video does well, and it's not a how-to at all, because that's not what I am in. That's not what I'm doing on YouTube anyways. I'm not trying to teach you exactly how to do something or anything like that. I'm literally here because I'm wanting to empower others to say, you know what, I can do things with what I have, and I can take what somebody else is doing and tweak it a little bit to suit my needs and use it that way. And so I'm super excited about it. Actually, I'm going to get it together. It's going to be a longer video, but and there are some parts of me that'll show me doing some of the stuff, but it's not going to be, it's literally not a DIY, or it's literally not a how-to instructional video. It's just going to be a DIY. This is what I'm doing, and this is how I did it, and you can do it too. You just need to look around to see what you can find. So I'm super excited about that. If that is something that you are interested in collaborating on, like doing a collaboration with, please let me know, because I want to make sure that everybody that is participating in it is, tagging each other's channels on YouTube. So, because we aren't going to be able to grow our channels, and we're not going to be able to support each other if we aren't actually supporting each other and tagging each other. And so I want to make sure that if you want to participate, we would love to have as many people as possible participate in this, and release it on Earth Day, which is Thursday, the 22nd. So we literally have one planet that we are inhabiting, and we are very quickly moving to destroying it, and it really kind of sucks. So, I mean, we're not going to be able to, we cannot sustain what we're doing and make life sustainable if we're constantly trying to destroy it. So, yeah, I know what is going on here. Okay, so I'm not a zero carbon footprint type of person. I cannot be. I like my creature comforts way too much, but I do try to be as good of a steward of my my planet as I possibly can be. So, if I can recycle something, or I can reuse something, or what have you, then I certainly will. So she must have gone into a pretty deep sleep, because she literally just sank into my fingers. She's so sweet. So, I agree. Reduce, reuse, recycle. I was actually the chairperson for our county recycling program for a couple of years. So, yeah, I very, very much believe in and reduce, reuse, recycle. So, and I try to do it as much as I can, and I'm not always the best at it, but at least I attempt, right? So we only have one planet that we inhabit at this point, because who knows, there could be something else out there. Which also, so Tony and I sat and watched Midnight Sky, and it was kind of confusing at first to me, and I'm like, what is going on? And scientifically, like it wasn't super accurate or anything like that, and so sci-fi stuff is really hard. It's hard for me to try to suspend my belief in something when I know science proves otherwise. And so it was a good movie. It was a very good movie. George Clooney starred and acted, or he starred and directed it. Starred in it and directed it. But it was literally something to think about, and how furthering space exploration to find possibility of maybe another planet that we can inhabit. I mean, there's thousands of there are thousands of planets and stars and whatnot in various galaxies, and black holes and everything else. Like it's so crazy. We have not even begun to tap into exploring to the very depths that we can what is out there in space. So I think it's really cool. It was a really cool concept, and how basically a plague of some sort had taken over Earth, and it literally killed everybody, much like a volcanic eruption did with the dinosaurs, and all that stuff. So it's really cool. Oh, awesome, Denny. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I really it's really not something that I have a really hard time with science fiction stuff. And I just, especially when it tries to infer medical stuff or scientific stuff, like it's really hard for me to suspend my belief, because I don't think that way. I'm very much I want to see proof kind of thing, kind of person, where if I see something, like I will try to figure out what the science is behind it for a lot. And I don't, my nose is itching and I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm not a huge sci-fi fan, but the concept really was fantastic. It really did. It just kind of makes you think, and it makes you feel. It shows you exactly how small you really are on the planet, but what kind of an impact you can make just alone. So it was really cool. I really liked it. I wouldn't say it was my favorite film, but it was very well done. Well, hello, JB Outdoors. How are you? Are you on break, darling? I am holding Lily, one of my sugar gliders. She is not feeling very well, so I thought I would show her off. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's not holding body temp very well. So I don't know if she got into something, or I don't know. She got out of her cage. So we've been doing this for 2 days now. This is day 2 of trying to keep her body temperatures up. So I really liked it. I have a ridiculous over analytical mind. I love any movie that can make me stop for a while. Right. Yeah. See, that's me too. I'm super, super analytical. I'm like, not as much as my son, but I definitely am very analytical, and I will tear something apart with my knowledge. And yeah, so it's hard for me to suspend my belief. what I know to be true for a science fiction movie. So that's why I never really got into I never really got into like The Matrix or um Star Wars or any of that stuff. Like I don't know. I'm a concrete analytical person. So oh, this is my sugar glider. Yeah, one of the sugar gliders. She's not feeling well. So um did you have vacation time? Did you take some vacation time? And where did you go in Wyoming? What were you doing there? Were you hunting? Hunting or fishing, because that's pretty much what you do. So yes, this is a sugar glider. Um, she is. They are kin to opossum, and they are marsupial. They are omnivores. They're nocturnal. They live in colonies, and um, they're native to more tropical, like southern hemisphere tropical places such as Australia and Madagascar and I think Peru, that kind of stuff. They are omnivores, and so they can glide through the air at up to about 165 feet, which is a distance for something this small. Uh, they do look a lot like a bat, like a fruit bat. Um, they're very mousy looking in the face. So she has blueberry all over her. So she got out of her cage sometime Saturday night or Sunday, maybe early Sunday morning. I couldn't tell you. Somehow she got out of the cage, and I don't know if she just got into something, but she's not been feeling well. She can't hold her body temperature. Tony found her on the kitchen floor, and he thought she was a mouse at first, and saw her tail, and he's like, "Oh no, that's not a mouse." Like, how in the hell did you get out of there? But yeah, so because she's not maintaining her body temperature well. I have had her wrapped up, swaddled pretty much in either a washcloth or a hand towel, and trying to keep her body temperature up. And she's been between me and my grandson. She's been she's been nestled on our chests all day long. And I've only put her back in the cage a couple of times, and she just doesn't want to be in there. So I don't know that she's going to survive. I really didn't know. I really didn't think I would find her alive this morning, but she's still here with us. So my whole thing was I just wanted to, if she's going to pass, I want her to pass peacefully, and I want her to feel comfortable and loved, and so that's what we're doing. I don't let them glide around the house because I have cats and dogs, and they will kill her. They will kill them. So that's why they have um, I put chicken wire, we put chicken wire we pretty much wrap the cage. It's a tall cage. It's about 5.5 foot tall, 5'3", maybe 5'2", something like that. And so it's double leveled. I think it's probably better suited for like a ferret or something of that nature. But yeah, my sugar gliders, I have 3 of them left out of 6 that I started with almost a couple of years ago. So yeah, I'm hoping she'll get better. I'm hoping, but I don't really know. So I'm doing the best I can. I'm not an exotic pet vet, so I don't know everything about a sugar glider. I've done a lot of research, but not, obviously not enough. There are no vet clinics around here or any kind of vet whatsoever. Even Iowa State doesn't even, they don't even deal with things like sugar gliders. So there's just not really any, so I couldn't take her to a vet clinic if I wanted to because they wouldn't know what to do with her. But anyone that I've talked to, they're like, you're doing everything you can do. Just keep loving her, keep her warm, try to keep her hydrated. She is still eating and drinking. She's only drank just a little bit, but she loves her blueberries, and so she's been sucking the juice out of the blueberries. So that's helped with sugar and energy. And I did give her a little bit of honey on my fingertip earlier today. She licked that off. I think I'm going to try some yogurt, but dairy and I don't know, dairy and animals just don't, they're just not really meant for that. Exotic animals are not meant for dairy products. So there are differences of opinion as to whether or not you should actually give them yogurt or any kind of dairy products. So I think I might try a little bit of yogurt with her. I have some blueberry yogurt, so she'll like that because of the blueberry flavor. But I don't know. I'm not going to give her too much. So, well, thank you. I would appreciate it if you would keep her in your thoughts and prayers and send her love and healing energy and all that fun stuff. All right, Denny, you go night night. Thank you. And hopefully you have a good day at work tomorrow, and I'm glad you like your shirt. So, oh, and my daughter is here to pick up my grandson. So that's a good thing, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her tonight, though. She was crawling on my shoulders earlier, and they're nocturnal animals, so I don't know where I'm going to put her tonight because she can't obviously maintain her body temp very well. And the other ones, all right, yes, get fuel so you can get home, bud. Oh, okay, I will. Xavier? I don't know. Xavier? I don't know if I can get him in here. So, hey, Kennedy? I don't know if I don't know if I can get him in here. The more I get up and move, the more she stirs, and which is okay, but I don't want to get up and walk away because ain't nobody want to see my butt. So, hey, Kennedy. Your sister is wanting Xavier to come say goodbye. Hang on. He's
he is wanting to stay the night.
I don't have anything here for him. He can't spend the night. We'll be there tomorrow. He slept until almost 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes, because he was up till 12:30.
I know, the butt crack of dawn. So little Muggins out there decided that he was going to wait until Mom went to sleep, and he went out and found the iPad, and he was up until 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Xavier? Okay, well, that's going to be fun. So, Xavier William. I'm sorry, guys. So, hey, come here. Stop crying. Oh, come here. Aunt Nini wants you to tell her.
Bye.
And bye. I don't have anything here for you to spend the night. I'm sorry. We're gonna be over there in the morning anyway. Okay? All right? Shut the door, please. I love you. Don't slam it. Little turd. He's ornery. So, all right. Well, that's eventful, isn't it? Oh, what are you doing here, Lily? Look at that little paw covered in blueberry. I don't know if she's awake enough that she'll even take a blueberry. Oh, what's that? So you're holding it? And I have blueberry all over me, but that's okay. And she's sweet. They are actually really entertaining to watch. Let me see. She's dissecting this blueberries just so she can get the juice out of it. So let me see if I can get her closer. She's got those teeth. And those teeth are actually pretty sharp, surprisingly. They are very sharp, actually. Here. You want that? And she must be done. So now you've seen a sugar glider eat. See how she's getting blueberry everywhere. This is why she has blueberry everywhere. She's a messy eater. Huh. You gonna just sit on it, or what are you doing? Want that? So she just picked it up and whoop, you dropped it, sis. Oh my goodness, Deb. Well, I'm glad. Oh, aw. Well, that's nice. I'm so glad that you take such good care of her. I don't understand how people why they don't want to take care of their animals, so they end up being strays. But now you can see why she has blueberry all over her face, huh? She's a messy eater. She really is sweet. So see, I'm glad that she's taking this because this helps keep her hydrated and gives her some nutrients, so hopefully she can bounce back. Allie must be a boy. He would be pregnant by now otherwise. Maybe. It's hard saying. I mean, unless you can get real close. Who knows? Oh, now we're gonna crawl everywhere. You have your blueberry all over me. Cute girl. At least her eyes are open now. She's just gonna crawl. You made a mess on my laptop. Sis. Yes, you did. Made a mess on my laptop. Aww. Your tail is wet. The little claws hurt too. There you go. Need to make sure my cat's not in here. One of the cats. Demon was in here, so. I don't see him, so that's a good thing. But he's just so stinking sweet. He allows me to talk and toss out food. I open the door and poof, he's gone. Yeah. See her little nubby. That's her leg, her hind leg ish. So, yeah. I've had, it seems like I get all of the strays or the discarded and unwanted. I don't know. I just have such a soft spot in my heart for the underdog. Sweet girl. She's just oh no, she's peed on the towel so far, Bugs. Which is a good thing because she needs to keep eating and drinking and peeing. But she's actually more active today and more active now than she was yesterday. So obviously everything that we're doing is working at least a little. It's helping a little bit. Yeah, see, she's already getting cold. And yes, you're stinky. You see your little nubby? Aww. This was actually when I got them, I really wanted them to be able to, you can train them to like get into your hoodie pocket and lay in it like a sling and sleep. And mine have never been able to do that. Like I've never been able to get them to that point. And now now she kind of is anyway. If this was one of the other girls, they would be all over the place and she would not be sitting on my shoulder. Like she would be one of the other girls would just be, I couldn't hold them like this. So I can't complain because this is what I wanted. I really wanted them to be able to do that. Because I don't know, I just really want them to feel loved, and I don't know. So for me, if it's lost, hurt, or pregnant, it ends up in my yard or home, animal and human alike. Yes. Well, hello, Drops. How are we? This is one of my sugar gliders. This is Lily. She's not doing so fantastic, so she's having a hard time maintaining her body temp right now. She has for the last couple of days, so we've been cuddling her with swaddling her in blankets and hand towel and washcloth, and so and I'm not quite sure why she's unable to maintain her body temp at this point. So so well, hi Kathleen, how are you doing, darling? She is super sweet. Yeah. Woo. I actually don't have any more black oil sunflower seeds, but she's been getting I did give her a little bit of honey. She licked some honey off of my finger today, and I've been making sure that she's eating a lot of blueberries, because she doesn't actually eat them. She sucks all the juice out of them. She won't drink a whole lot. She will drink, but she's not drinking a whole lot of water. So the blueberries are giving her some sugar and electrolytes and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm hoping we can keep her from passing, but if not, at least she'll know that she was loved, and she can go peacefully. So blueberry all over myself. That's crazy. I'm glad you're doing okay. If you guys go to my Facebook page, Kathleen and her girls just lost her husband and father to her children, obviously. And so it's been a struggle. So she does have a GoFundMe set up, and I did share it on my Facebook page. So if you would like to help her out and donate, I would greatly appreciate it. So bought a 40-pound bag of black seed oil sunflowers at the feed store and planted them. They sprouted like crazy. Oh, awesome. Yeah, they will too. She's just so sweet. Should we get down? Should we get down? Get wrapped back up? Yeah, she's cooling off. I don't know. So might be time to get her wrapped back up. If I can get her little claws out of my shirt. Maybe not. I don't know. Here. Oh, the dogs are coming in, so Tony must be coming in. You're kind of stinky. I need to give her a bath or something. She's kind of stinky. So, Anywho, if you've seen my business page on Facebook, Royal Amethyst Acres, and my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see what I've been up to this over the weekend. I started to work more on my hoop house, and I'm trying to do hoop house on the cheap. Woo! She just tumbled. Yeah. Aw. Like, you gotta let go, sis. Yeah, you gotta let go of it so I can get you. There you go. Oh, baby. She's so sweet. All right. Here. Well, let go of your tail. There. Aw. She's rubbing her nose. She's so sweet. So she'll peek out at you. So the reason I think that she might be, one of the reasons, she's giving me the sign, like she's just really wanting to be held, and that is unusual of her. So that's why I kind of wonder if she's not, closer to passing. And if I put her in the cage with the other ones, she will take off. She doesn't want to be around them. They don't want her around. So what are you doing? Huh? I want you to be cold though. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. Again, the pool noodles. I mean, I have to, dude. Where are you going? I have to replace them this year. So rather than throw them in the trash, I thought, God, I can't figure out how to secure the plastic. So it worked. It just worked beautifully for securing the plastic on the ends. All right. Yeah, it is. I really, it took a bird sitting up there in the tree screaming at me, or scolding me, I should say. I seriously, I was at such an impasse, and I just felt like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And I was super frustrated. And the cardinal was just up there, like, talking to me. So I thought, I'm like, it's my pop. He's trying to tell me, stop being a nutbag and just, what to do. So I ended up using the pool noodles. So it was a great hack. It really was. All right, girlfriend. All right, I think I'm probably going to have to get off of here. She seems to be getting a little restless, so I'm going to see if I can't get her to calm down a little more and hopefully figure out. I know, pop to the rescue, right? Hopefully I can figure something out for her to keep her warm. Oh, that would be awesome. 1 raised garden bed a day until you make 20. That is awesome. That's a fantastic quest. And I hope that I hope you're going to document those. That's what I'm doing is, I'm not doing an instructional video. It's just a DIY. I'm showing you what I'm doing, and this is how I'm doing it, and this is how I'm recycling. And I'm going to try and get everything put together, and I'll release it on Earth Day on Thursday. So, So anywho, hopefully it'll be an inspiration to others to reduce, reuse, recycle. And yeah. Okay, well, I will tell you, I haven't really been on YouTube a whole lot today. That's the reason why. But also I'm busy, so I will try to get caught up. I'll try to get caught up on your stuff. And everybody's actually I'm trying to watch a few things, like a few videos every night, and try to get caught up on everybody's stuff. I'm so far behind. So you're putting them on one of your quarter acres. Okay. Try putting the towel in a big plastic bag with the top open to hold in the heat. Yeah, I could try that. I don't know. I don't know if I have one that I would trust to not end up smothering her. So she just won't, she really just wants to be, she really wants to be with her humans. So is what it seems like. So I have not tried a heating pad, because the heating pad that I have, it gets really, really warm. Like to the point where I can't even lay on it for too terribly long. So I would have to, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Somebody suggested a heat lamp, but I don't really want to do that either. And I don't have like a reptile heat lamp for an aquarium or anything. All I've got is like a chicken brooder lamp, and I don't know that I really want to do that, because that is actually very warm also. So I know, right? Just like, it's going to take me forever to get caught up, but I'm trying to make sure I'm staying on top of as many as I can, but it's a daunting task. I have been doing a lot. I have been, Kat. I am trying. Yeah, my back loves the heating pads too, but my heating pad gets overly warm and it hurts the skin, even through clothing and blanket. So get a 75-watt reptile heating lamp that is a coil. I have some of those. Yeah, I haven't been anywhere to even attempt to get something like that. So she really just, I don't know. She really does just want to be kind of wrapped up with us. With me. Yeah, don't you? She just poked her head up at me like, you talking about me? Got 5 new lovely ladies last week. Oh, awesome. Chickens. Get some more chickies. Water bottles filled with warm water wrapped in a towel. Yeah, maybe I could do that. See if I can find some water bottles. Yeah, accidentally. I went to the feed store yesterday and got some more. Well, it's our farm store, but anyway, I resisted the urge. I walked out without any extra chickens. I did good. I didn't buy any chicks, and I wanted to so bad. Yes, it is starting out a little better, but I haven't started any bugs. I really haven't. So yeah. I know Cat has baby chicks hatching, and she showed me that one of the baby chicks is actually an I am Samani, and I want Samanis so bad. Like, I think they are so cool. So I'm gonna I need her to send me baby chicks. So I don't have an empty aquarium. That's my aquarium that I did have is it's cracked, and I don't want to put anything in there. Well, hello, Bandana Grandma. How are you? I am so happy to have you here. I am holding my sugar glider, who is not feeling so fabulous. Oh, she's all curled in a ball. So that's what I'm doing. I've had her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've had her wrapped up most of the day, and she's either on my chest or she's been on my grandson's chest. So we're keeping her warm. She's not keeping her temp very well. So I'm weak-minded and weak-willed. Gold diggers may fly. Oh, I love that. Yes, yes, absolutely. Happy birthday to Kat. You might get some chickens out of it. I might. So I really want to just drive out and get some chickens from her. Like, I don't know. I'm so bad. I don't. I don't need any more chickens right now. I don't have the infrastructure to hold them right now. Well, hello, Victoria May. How are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really want her to pull through this and stay here with me. So, hi, Boo. Yep. Well, I wasn't gonna be live. I was actually getting ready to go, but I'm having people pop in, so check that out. There she is, Boo. My sugar glider. This is Lily. Yeah, I would drive 10 hours for baby chicks. Gosh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm disturbing you. She is, she just really wants to be curled up with her humans. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Alrighty. I know the little ears, right? They're so cute. They're just so little. They look like bat ears. They're so stinking cute. I'm still going to have goats born this year. Yes. Been here since I started just listening. Oh, okay, cool. Oh my God. Oh, good. I'm glad you're home, Terry. Okay. So, for those of you who have heard this 100 times, I'm sorry, but so this is Lily. She is a sugar glider, and a sugar glider is a marsupial, a nocturnal omnivore. They live in colonies. They're tree dwellers, and they are not native to the northern hemisphere at all. They're native to, yes, I'm sorry. I'm disturbing you. They're native to Australia, Madagascar, and I want to say Peru. So basically tropical places. And honestly, they never should have been domesticated, but they were. They can glide up to about 165 feet. They'll get a running start and they'll jump and they'll just glide for like 165 feet. And this little gal, I got the sugar gliders that I ended up receiving 6. And it is a marsupial. It is a marsupial, but they are akin to possum. They look very bat-like. They've got long tails that act as kind of a rudder. So yeah, they are actually a marsupial because they carry their babies in pouches. That's where they develop, much like a kangaroo or a possum. Opossum. They are omnivores. So I feed mine blueberries. They love blueberry. My girls actually love blueberries. That's their favorite. I've tried other fruit. They don't care for it. Oh, are you going to try and crawl out now? Oh, you're just going to come up and see Mom? She's sticking her little head out. She has blueberry all over her face. Okay, all right. What are you doing? What are you doing, sis? Huh? You can see how underneath, see that white or lighter. Whoa. Yes. She is missing her back left leg. I'm not sure where you think you're going, but yeah, she's been super active. I don't know. Oh, we're gonna get up. Oh, she's gonna crawl under my collar now. She really is stinking cute. But this has been the most active. This is the most active that she has been in a couple of days. So this is a lot more promising to me. You can get in there. I do have a t-shirt on underneath. She's gonna crawl down into my shirt though, so she can get warm. They sleep in, they live in colonies. Look at this tail. Oh, now she's gonna crawl. Yep, she's crawling into my shirt. She says, "Forget this." I've noticed today she really she really has perked up a lot since I've. Yeah. Okay. So. We'll just get rid of that. Do you not have? Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. I couldn't get to. I didn't see it because I was busy with the sugar glider. So anyway, she has really been. She wants to be right here on my chest. A, it's warm, but B, I think she's hearing my heartbeat, and I think she really kind of likes that. So, you're an expert on that, huh? Okay. Well, yeah. Apparently, my husband is too. He's like, because he's like, well, that's not fair. How come she gets to lay there, but I don't? I'm like, dude, you can't just be there 24/7. It doesn't work like that. All right. Night, Boo. Love you. So anyway. Yes, Victoria May. They are nocturnal. And goodness gracious. All right, so trying to think of everything. My girls are fed, they love blueberries, so they're fed blueberries, and they like I feed them pecans. They like pecans and they like almonds. And they are omnivores, so they do eat a little bit of meat. I do give them a little bit of canned chicken, They don't really get much because of the salt content, but if I have fresh chicken, I'll give them that. But otherwise, they get canned chicken. And I do try, what I'll do is I'll open the can and drain it out, and then I usually fill it up and try to rinse it a little bit. So hopefully they're not getting quite as much, but you know, I buy chicken that's packed in water. I am obviously not in oil or anything like that. They are nocturnal. They live in colonies, and so they don't really like to be, they don't want to be alone. And so, but apparently this is where she wants to be, is right here. And she's literally like, her head is down and it's about almost midline with where my heart is, where she can beat. You can hear the atrium. So the right atrium. So, but she's been really like that. She's been like that for, well, all day today. So I don't know. I don't know what else to do with her. I'm trying very hard to, she's not keeping her body temperature up. So she got out of her cage, and I don't know when she got out. If she got out, like, she must have gotten out overnight on Saturday night, early Sunday morning, because Saturday night when I went to bed, I just fed them and all three of them were out. So I don't know when she got out. It had to have been overnight. Sunday morning, Tony actually found her on the kitchen floor, under the ledge of the kitchen sink counter, on the floor. And he thought that it was a mouse at first. And then he's like, oh crap, no, that's not a mouse. The sugar glider's out. One of the sugar gliders is out, because he saw her tail. So you can see her little tail right here. Yeah. She's too stinking cute. Anyway, they let's see, they're native to Madagascar and Australia, basically the southern hemisphere, I think, is the biggest deal. Namely, very warm climates. In the wild, they live between 10 and 12 years, and in captivity, it's kind of a crapshoot. They don't know how long they live. Some of them can live up to that 12 years, and some of them don't. It just kind of depends. So a lot of it depends on the care. Frankly, I had said before, these are not animals that should have been domesticated in the first place. They're a wild animal, and they should have been left as such. But we're here. Yes, agreed, Drops. I do. Oh, that sucks, Deb. So they do not get very big. They between up to about 8 ounces. Fully grown, I think they're up to about 10 ounces, maybe fully grown. I can't remember the exact measurement, but they're only about, I think the biggest that they typically can get is around 6 inches, a half a foot. So they are not big animals at all. For the most part, they are pretty docile. They really are. They're very active, though. So you really do have to try to stimulate them. Give them like cat toys. Obviously not. You don't want to give them, fur and feathers and all that kind of stuff, but like wooden toys for them to climb on and chew on and things like that. They like that. But my girls don't. So I came across, I got mine from a wildlife refuge, and this one I have right here. She's missing her left back leg. I have one that's missing her right back leg, and then the other one is normal. I originally was supposed to get 4 in total, but I ended up with 6. And they were surprised because they kind of popped out of the bag. I'm like, oh, buddy, we got 6 of them. So I had 3 boys. I actually had 3 boys and 3 girls. And the 3 boys have passed. And I just have my 3 girls left. I don't know how old they are. I got really zero information about them when I picked them up. I do have them in a very large cage that is like, I have 3 sides of it covered with, draped with a sheet so that, it kind of mimics more of their environment. I change their papers daily, and their cedar chips get changed once a week. They typically, like I said, they typically live in colonies. So if you have a single sugar glider, you really should not have a single sugar glider. You need to at least have a pair, because they are very social creatures with each other. So yeah. All right, so meat scraps and mice she trapped in the house. It was a brutal, yeah. Had a ferret once, made the mistake of feeding it meat once, had to get rid of it. Oh my. Chickens are pretty large. Rooster is a monster, but really good for your average big jerk. He's very protective. Mine is too. I was just actually discussing this with Terry Lynn a little bit today. She Marcoed me, or no, she messaged me on Instagram DM, and she's like, okay, so I'm feeding him this rooster who's kind of mean, and he's a Polish top hatter. So anyway, he's kind of mean to Terry Lynn, and he tries to attack her, and I'm like, well, he's protecting the girls. That's what Lou does. So my rooster is Lou the Dick Rooster, and he has his own hashtag, and yeah, because he's a complete dick. He attacks me. In fact, yesterday, that was another thing that we did yesterday, was we moved the chickens and got them out of the winter spot and moved them onto grass. So they are in their cage with the nesting box. The roof is still covered, not only with chicken wire and fencing, but I have a tarp, a white tarp, and some plastic over that. So it's shade, but it still lets in a little bit of light from the top, but it also protects them from the elements. So, and in the wintertime, I wrap 3 sides and leave the south side usually open. And then I vent it on the north side as well. So anyway, Lou is such a jerk that he will attack me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. He knows I'm not there to hurt him or hurt the girls, but he is protecting them, and he's such a dick. Well, we moved him yesterday, and he was like insta aggressive with me. I didn't even get inside. I barely got to the door of the coop, of the cage, and he is a jerk. Like, he came running at the door. I hadn't even opened the door. I was so upset with him. So, oh yeah, well, that's crazy. My cats are, my chickens and my rooster especially that rooster has got to be at the very least 10 pounds. I shit you not. That rooster is huge. So I think he would mess one of the cats up. The cats don't really mess with them around the chicken coop anyway. Like I don't know. And I have stray cats, and I feed them, and they don't mess with. They don't even really mess with them at all either. So, but I still can't let them free range like I want. So their coop gets moved during the spring and summer, when the grass starts growing. They get moved about every 2 to 3 days to a new spot with more grass. So they are kind of free range, but they also are only fed organic, non-GMO food. So, Delaware, yes, the mean one. You're Delaware. Okay, well, anyway, your Delaware is a jerk and a half. But so she was telling me that she was giving him blueberries, and what he was doing was he would take the blueberries and take them to each one of the girls, and then he was trying to pass them through the fence to the other girls. So that's pretty cool. That is really cool. I'm like, he's doing his job. He's being a good guardian. So that's awesome. Always got to trigger me with the cockadoodle dickhead talk. I know. Yeah. So yes, even after I knocked him out, I'm not kidding you. So, last week, I think it was, or the week before, I don't even remember. I think it was like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. I went out to feed them and water them, and he literally he was attacking me big time. And I just had the dowel rod with me, and I'm like, you know what? Knock it off, knock it off, knock it off. Finally, after like the third or fourth time that he tried to attack me, I had the dowel rod in just the right spot, and I smacked him with it. And usually I just kind of have to smack him just a little bit, and he'll leave me alone. And I didn't even realize that I had swung it that hard, and I literally knocked him out. I thought I killed him. I freaked out because I don't want to kill him, out of anger. I want to kill him to eat him if I'm going to kill him. So, I was bawling because I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to ever kill an animal or anything out of anger. Like that's not good. So, but when I got out of he wasn't moving, and I'm like, oh shit, I think I killed him. I think I killed Blue. And I started to kind of freak out a little bit, and I went running over to the studio. Well, not running because I can't run right now. I can't run. And so Tony came, he got his gloves, and he came and got into the coop with me, and he started to twitch, and that was it. And I'm like, okay, all right, fine. So Tony was able to pick him up and got him up on his feet, and he just kept like looking back like this, and that's all he could do, and he wouldn't move his head or anything. And I'm like, oh my god, and Tony's like, well, maybe he wouldn't do anything, and then he just started clucking like a hen instead of his usual noises. He actually sounded more like a hen, and I'm like, oh. I said, well, maybe I knocked the cockadoodle doo out of him. Whoa. So I thought maybe I'd really hurt him at least. And about an hour or hour and a half later, he was up and walking around, and all of a sudden he started doing his cockadoodle, I'm a dickhead crow. So I'm like, okay, fine. And he was fine the rest of the day. And I went out to check on him multiple times. And then literally the next morning, I went out to take care of him, and he was back at it. He was trying to attack me again. I'm like, this is ridiculous. You didn't learn your lesson, did you, you jerk? So, yeah. You're probably right, Victoria. So yeah, I did knock him out, and yeah, he's still a dick. I solved my rooster issues on attacking me. I gave him a couple of gentle sidekicks. I'm thinking my rooster is at least 15 pounds. I need to weigh him. I need to weigh mine too, but I don't know if I can get his spurs are probably inch and a half long. I'm not even kidding you. They're huge. Yeah, he's minimum 10 pounds. I'm guessing he's probably closer to 15. I'm guessing. If I were to guess, he's between 10 and 15 pounds easily. He's a monster. I try not to break the rooster's spirit, though. I want him to think of me as that's the thing. Like, I want him to protect the girls like he's doing, but he has zero need to see any of us as a threat. And I've tried everything. I've tried just kind of, pushing him away. I've tried using a board to put between me and him, so that if he came at me, he'd hit the board. Excuse me. I've tried the dowel rod. I've tried smacking him pretty good, to say, listen, I'm the alpha, you're not. And I have even gone so far as to, I was picking him up, and I had a heck of a time doing it, but I was picking him up and holding him and holding his head to his chest so that I was in a dominant position over him. Didn't work. I did that for probably a week straight, a few times a day. Did not work. I've even just held him on the ground and held his head to the ground and put myself into a dominant position over him. Nothing has worked with this damn rooster. He is so stinking mean. What kind of a rooster do you have? He's a sapphire gem olive egger. Mine is. And yeah, you're probably right, Victoria. He probably will survive a nuclear apocalypse just to spite us, because he's just that kind of a jerk. I guess I didn't knock enough of his stupid out of him. I don't know. Yeah, chicken therapy didn't work. It really sucked. It sucks because I love him. He's beautiful. He is such a handsome boy, and he does such a great job at, he protects the girls, and he does a really good job. And so he'll do his tiddling. I'll go in to feed, and he'll start his tiddling, and he makes sure that the girls are eating and they are fed before he eats. Like, he is a good boy as far as that goes. He's a fantastic protector over the girls, but he is super mean to me, and, well, to any human. He does not like humans at all. Need a replacement and put him in the stew pot. Yeah, right. Actually, I don't need a replacement, a male. I don't want any roosters. I'm not actually supposed to have roosters. He was Lucy began to crow, so he became a Lou. Lucy became a Lou. Yeah, sounds like he's much bigger than most Wyandottes. I mean, they get pretty large, but that's a huge Wyandotte. The rooster keeps an eye on me the whole time when I'm around. He'll follow me everywhere. See, I would be okay with that, and I am more than happy to let Lou do that, but he does not need to attack and spur me. He does not. I now have another that same yesterday when we moved the coop. But when I went out to feed them originally, he spurred me. So I now have two spots. I have the day that I hit him and knocked him out. He left me a big gash on my shin, and on the same leg now on the side, just not too far from there, he spurred me again, and I've got a puncture wound in my leg now. because of him. He's an awful, awful rooster to me. Yeah, so he was supposed to be a hen, but he was supposed to be a pullet. I can't, Kathleen. I can't get to him without him attacking me. To try to hold him upside down, and he would be a hard one to do because he is super, super aggressive. So yeah, he probably does have a lot of testosterone. He's probably overly testosterone, so to speak. Spangled Orloff that my sister loves so much. Oh, she's always following me. That's sweet. I would love to love up on Lou because he's such a handsome boy. I really, really do like him, but he's mean. Yeah, we could probably catch him and cut his spurs, but because I have never done that, I don't know that I want to do that. I have read and I've seen people do a de-spur. I've seen them cut and I've seen them just yank them out, and I don't know if that is. It's supposed to be healthier for them, um, but I would think that would be painful as hell. But I guess I don't really know. I'm sure it'd be a lot like cutting fingernails, much like you do an animal's claws. But I would be afraid of cutting down too far and making him bleed, and I would think it would be super painful if you went to go pull the spurs out. If you didn't really yank and get it done in one fell swoop, like I think that would be really hard on them. But I don't know, So, um, and yeah, I'm having a hard time. I don't know what to do. I think so. I wanted to put him in the stew pot, and I still do, but here's my dilemma with that. And Kat actually pointed this out to me. She's like, because I told her that I don't know why I was crying or why I was upset and kind of crying a little bit, kind of freaked out because I had knocked him out and I thought I'd killed him. But she says, you didn't want to kill him out of anger. And I said, no. And she said, and I said, and I'm not, she said that, well, you didn't raise him as to be a meat bird in the first place. She said, I think that if you had intended it to be a meat bird to begin with, freaking gnat, if you had intended it to be a meat bird, it would be different. And I said, yeah, I think you're right, because I wouldn't have treated him quite the same. Obviously he would have been taken care of and all of that stuff, and he would have been treated nicely, but I just would have had a different mindset with him in the first place. And and I don't know if that's the reason why I'm having a hard time dealing with how do I dispatch him, because I just don't know if I want to. At this point, I think I've had him for so long, and I've really just kind of fallen in love with him, so to speak, and I don't know if I have the heart to kill him now. So it's really, yeah, I've turned into a softie when it comes to that. So yeah, see, and um you're just angry, yeah. They hurt me, they go. See, and I wanted to be that way too, but I don't know why I can't be that way with him. I'm not real sure. you kept your birds in a coop all of the time, then yes, you would have to cut their talons. Yeah, so but they're not, they're actually on grass, and so they dig and they scratch, and I don't have any problems with all of that stuff. It's those stinking spurs of his. Yeah, if I could find him a new group of ladies, that would be great, but he's just going to be mean to somebody else. So, I don't know. Rooster only bit me once, didn't work out for the rooster well. These baby chicks sleeping so they can keep me up all night. Yeah, keep them in the master bathroom now. Yes. No worries, soft heart, selling down the river. If I can muster it up, I need to, but I just haven't had the heart to do it. I don't know. She must be very content because she has not moved. She's still, I mean, she feels warm. I feel like I'm playing with my chest. Guess let's see if she's. What are you doing? Her claw is stuck. Baby. All right. Just want to make sure she was still with me. So I guess I'll put her back. All right. Anywho. You're getting eggs, no worries, awesome. Yeah, she is definitely content. With the heat being constant there. I agree. So that is true. That is so true. It is body heat is the human, just the body in general, whether it be human or mammal, just mammal. Um, it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It is the most, when it is well taken care of, especially, it is the most efficient machine that you could ever have. It runs the most efficiently. Um, and sometimes obviously you have your disease processes and things of that nature, but I mean, it's amazing what the human, even when it's broken, how efficient it actually is at maintaining things such as body heat, just a sense of homeostasis, frankly. um, Keeping the heart and the brain functioning and all of these. It's insane. It is just insane to me. Drop the caveman knows stuff. Yes, you do know stuff. I know stuff and things. That's what I always tell. I always tease Tony and tell him, I know stuff and things. See? Oh wow, my white hair is really coming out. Goodness, I'm really noticing it tonight. So I haven't actually, I've been trying really hard not to do anything with it. So using any heat, I'm not using the blow dryer. I'm not using the straightener. I'm not using the curling iron, rarely. So since about the first of the year, that's been kind of my goal this year. And I've been trying to make sure that I'm not pulling it back all of the time and all that stuff. So I'm trying to make my hair healthier. Um, which I know is kind of an oxymoron for the simple fact that, hair is dead cells. So, anyway, but I really wanted to make sure that I was making it as damage free as possible. And I also decided that if I did that, I could do this for, I'd like to do it for a full year and let my hair grow out, and then I would recolor if I wanted to. Because I really needed to stop with the chemical processing on my hair and all that stuff. So it's been kind of crazy. You're an educated hillbilly. You're almost 60 and your hair is starting to gray. I'm 45. That's, yeah. Most of the women, though, in my family, on both sides, both my mother and my paternal side of the families, the women all have grayed pretty early. And my mom is actually pure white. So, and my mom is 62. So, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, had salt and pepper gray hair. My paternal grandmother had mostly like a silvery gray. And that's kind of, I think that's where I'm going, is I'm going to end up with a silvery gray with a little bit of pepper in it. So I figure if I just let it grow and let it rest for a year and stop trying to do all of these crazy things with it, if I can do it for a full year, fingers crossed. I don't know how much longer I can hold out, because I really can't stand my hair. I love the funky colors. I do. I love doing my hair in wild colors. Life is too short to be screwing around with worrying about whether or not my hair has to be a normal color or not. I'm not working as a nurse anymore, so me having normal and not Crayola colored hair is not a thing anymore. It's not an issue. So now, while I was working as a nurse, obviously I couldn't have, funky colors or bright colors or anything like that. It had to be a more natural shade. So, now I don't really have to, because I can't work as a nurse. I can't really work. So, it's just silly for me to worry about whether or not, my hair is a crazy color or not. But I was having so many issues with it that I thought, well, I think I'll just let it go natural for, see if I can go up to a year without coloring it and stripping it and all that other stuff, and without overly processing it with heat sources and chemicals and stuff. So that's where I'm at. And I'm noticing I'm getting a lot more white in my eyebrows, and my eyebrows are even thinning, and I'm thinning up through here, which is actually a trait on my biological father's side of the family. Some of the women have not necessarily alopecia, but we have history of a lot of female pattern baldness and hirsutism, and reproductive issues, not necessarily infertility, but other female issues. So yeah, I seem to be getting all of those things. I seem to have all of those things. So my mom's hair is a beautiful white. My dad had brown hair with lots of silver gray. I got his hair. Yeah, I liked my purple hair too. And I'm going to be honest with you. So purple is not really my favorite color. And a lot of people assume that because, you know, my homestead and my channel name is Royal Amethyst Acres. But that's not why I named it that at all. It's not at all. Amethyst is my birthstone, and amethyst is also a very wonderful healing crystal, healing gem. It promotes love, and it promotes peace, and you know, all of those things. So all of those good, positive, awesome vibes. And how amethyst got so popular was because royalty was really the only way to get amethyst, because it was considered such a precious gem, and it was super stupid expensive. And so royalty wore it in their crowns, and you know, adorned their crowns with amethyst frequently. Amethyst and emerald and diamond was not really a thing so much until much later. So yeah, that is actually how I got my name. It's purple amethyst. It's not my favorite color. I like it, but I thought, as kind of a gimmick, so to speak, or an image, I would keep my hair purple for my channel. But yeah, but my hair has actually been every single color of the rainbow, and I'm not even kidding when I say that. My hair has been dyed every single color. So neither of my parents got gray hair until my age. Oh, yeah. If I could just get through the gray process, getting to the gray quicker, I'd be okay with it. But I'm not going quick enough. So I just have this crazy looking hair, and when it's down, it's so crazy. And you can really see it, especially in the daylight. I frequently complain about it on Marco to, you know, Chrissy and Jess and all of them. I'm like, look at this crap. You see this crap? You know, because, and you can tell I am a natural blonde. I'm a dirty dishwater, you know, darker ash blonde is what my hair is. And it's gray. But so when it's down, I can pull it up and you can see where it's grown out. It's growing out gray, white, silver, and very dark blonde. So I have to darken my eyebrows, actually. So I use makeup to darken my eyebrows, just so I look like I have some eyebrows. So I am a natural blonde, but it's crazy. My hair is just nuts. So I like women with a little gray hair. I figured they are mature enough to talk to. Yes. We're wiser, right? Thank you, Kat, for dropping that link. You're funny. You're funny, Drops. It's my husband's and our angel daughter's birthstone also. Oh, awesome. You have 7 colors in your hair. Holy cow. My hair is now 85% white, so if I don't color it, I look like a skunk. I know, Kat. I love it, though. I love your hair. Kat has beautiful long hair. And I noticed today, actually, I got out of the shower and my hair was, I've been leaving my hair to air dry and not using hair dryer on it. But I noticed that I'm like, my hair actually feels longer. It feels healthier and it feels longer. It's nice and smooth and silky, and Even though I've got this crazy, like, I don't know, half afro wave to it, half afro curl to it, and it gets frizzy that way, the texture still is not frizzy. It just looks frizzy. So it's because it's thin. Like the hair strand, oh excuse me, of like a hiccup or burp or something just sitting right here. Anyway, um the hair strand is just very fine. It doesn't have a lot of bulk or texture to it. So that's why it actually feels or looks frizzy to me. And Chrissy was just telling me, she's like, I was driving and I marcoed her the other day on my drive, and she's like, "Is that your natural curl? Seriously?" And I'm like, "Yes, it sucks." She goes, that is beautiful. I would kill to have that." Like, and no, it's like half frizz. I said, "I feel like I have like a half a fro going on here." And she's like, "No, it's beautiful. I love it." I'm like, "Okay." Nowadays, it's really hard to find the deep, multifaceted purple amethyst gems. The light, dull stuff is not worth the money. No, it's not. Maybe mature, but I wouldn't say wiser. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm wiser. I wouldn't say I also wouldn't say mature either. Not that mature. So, um, I feel like I'm kind of reverting back to my teenage years where I was pretty foul-mouthed and loose with my with my words. And so, teenage boys do this silly thing, and they giggle, or they think they're funny when they're saying um, sexual terms, or terms for like sexual organs, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to come out and say it because, but anyway, I just find there's a particular word that refers to a female anatomy, and I don't know why it strikes me as funny, but it makes me giggle every time Tony says it, because he says it in a joking manner, kind of, tone, and it's the way he says it, not what is not the word, but the way he says it, and I giggle every damn time. I'm like, hee. What in the hell is wrong with you, Mandy? uh, I fall for redheads and never works out well for me. Hair will grow faster if you wait to wash it every couple of days. I don't wash my hair every day. I wash my hair every about 2 to 3 days. It just kind of depends. And I do that I do that for a couple of reasons. So first of all, shampoo, when you wash your hair, you're stripping out all the natural oils in your hair and off your scalp. And that, unless you are overly sweaty, or, wearing a lot of hairspray, hair product that is damaging to the follicle, it it really is not good for your hair to wash it every single day, because you strip out all those natural oils, and then you try to put them back in with, synthetic conditioners and things of that nature. So even with apple cider vinegar water, which is a fantastic conditioner and detangler, but it still is not going to give you your natural, the natural nutrients that it needs, or what have you. So, all right. Good night, Jess. Love you. I will talk to you later on, Marco, I'm sure. So, all right, Kat. Yes. Good night. I love you. And happy birthday. And oh, I got to catch that gnat. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, it's better to wash your hair every few days, and not every day. Also, I am super, super sensitive. My scalp is super sensitive. My skin in general is very sensitive to synthetic and chemicals, and for whatever reason, shampoos I will start getting little like pimple type sores on my head if I use a shampoo and conditioner for more than a week or two. If I use it every day, I will end up with all of these little sores on my head. My skin just does not like it. And it doesn't matter. I have tried organic shampoos and conditioners. I have tried all natural stuff. Like, I have tried absolutely everything. Obviously there's new products coming out on the market all the time, but I'm just saying that I've tried organic, I've tried natural, I've tried, paraben free, sulfate free, all of that stuff. And it all does the same thing to me. It irritates my scalp so much that it will create little like pimple like sores, and they will actually pop like a pimple almost. So I don't wash my hair every day. I can't. I just can't do it. So see, my hair is not thick anymore. My hair used to be so thick that I really couldn't get a brush through it. A brush or comb, anything. I constantly had to use detangler and conditioner and all that stuff on my hair because I could not get a brush through it. Now it's super thin. Once I started having my kids and my fibro really got set off with all of the things that have happened in my life, the older I get, the worse my hair gets, and it just gets super thin, and I'm starting to lose it in up here in the bang area, and it just drives me crazy. So I need some sticky ribbons hanging in strategic locations. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, yeah, it'll help with the fly population. It doesn't help with the gnats. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the whole gnat situation, because unfortunately, because I have food, animal food, food sitting out for the sugar gliders, and obviously their excrement is in the cage. Even though I change the papers daily, it draws gnats. Also, I had saved soil from last year. Now, mind you, I sterilized it with boiling water, and then I baked it for like an hour at 250 to try to sterilize it even more and dry it out and make sure it was good and dry. And can you see her moving? She's trying to readjust, but it's still, and I had this problem last year. It's still, for whatever reason, somehow it held gnat eggs, and so I have gnats from the soil that I reused, and because I do have some planters stackable planters that I put seed into, and I've got fungus on that now again, and I've got gnats from it again. And then, yeah, so I don't honestly know what I'm going to do. I need to probably just, I'm going to have to write it out until I can get out and replant that stuff and get rid of that soil altogether. Because it's just going to continue to do that. So it's obviously not good soil. Yeah, so that was odd. And I feel weird. Okay. I don't know if anybody else saw that over my shoulder or not. That was so weird. Oh, really? You have issues with aphids indoors? My so my friend, our friend, David, um, he's like a brother for me, and he calls me sis all the time. I'm his big sis. But anyway, he is also fighting aphids, and he said, I don't understand how in the world I can have aphids on, in an indoor aquaponic system or hydroponic system. And I said, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's like, I don't know how to get rid of these things. I've tried various things. And so I told him, you need to do Dawn dish soap. You have to use Dawn. I don't know what it is, but you have to use Dawn dish soap. And it needs to be fairly concentrated to water. And I said, you're going to have to get to a point where you're spraying those plants down, and you need to probably wipe them down, but you need to somehow get like a paper towel or something of that nature around the plant underneath of it, so that as you're wiping them off, it's not falling down into the hydroponic system, but so it's falling onto this maybe wet Dawn dish soap napkin, paper towel, whatever. And you're gonna have to probably physically wipe some of those aphids off. And I said I had to do that with plants last year that I got, or 2 years ago, that I got for free. Um, they were getting rid of them because they had aphids. And so I actually introduced aphids to my garden. But before I did, I didn't have them in the garden because I got them home, and for a week straight, I treated the seedlings, their leaves and stuff, with Dawn dish soap and water twice a day, and I got rid of them. So they do love pepper plants. That's what they were on. They were on all of my pepper plants. It was that I got. It was crazy, and they were going to try and put. They were going to try and use Seven Dust or Seven products. And I'm like, well, those aren't too bad, but I don't really like. If you're just going to get rid of them, you're going to try and treat them with that. Like, I'll take them. So they didn't actually get treated with that, and I got rid of them with the Dawn dish soap and water. I've also treated for like squash bug and things like that with cedarwood oil, essential oil, and water, like 5 drops to like a sprayer bottle, 5 to 10 drops of cedarwood, and sprayed it on the leaves, and boom, they were gone. They don't like them. Slugs don't like them. They don't like that smell for whatever reason. And there's a few other ones that you can use, a few other essential oils that you can use. So yeah, it is mostly the humidity and temperature. Ladybugs eat aphids. Remember, I did a video on them. Aphids give live births. They are not male or female. Right, I know. And I knew that, but I didn't have access to any excess ladybugs, and for whatever reason, they weren't coming to my garden. So what are you doing down there? I think she just peed on me. Ew. Maybe not. I won't use neem oil. That's a little too harsh for me. The GMO stuff, what do you mean? Yes, calendula, they don't like calendula either. She's moving, so I don't know what she's doing. She's moving away. What are you doing? She's like contorting herself. What are you doing, you little turkey? So she's actually hanging onto the inside of my flannel shirt, but her back is against my chest, and not her belly. Isn't that crazy? So obviously there's something there. Is that better? Hi. She's so sweet. Sticking her little head up. I can't get up enough to show you. Okay, there you go. So she's actually laying on her back. I guess getting heat that way. Oh, she's sticking her little head out. Her little nose is sticking out a little bit. She really is so sweet. I adore her. I hope I get you better and you stay like this. Yeah. Hi. Oh, here she comes. She. What are you doing? Where are you going, you little goof? Here. Okay. You think it's cancer? I don't know. It's hard talent. She's still not super warm. All right. Listen, sis. Goofball. She just contorts herself. I don't know what she's doing. I'm not real sure what she's doing. So this is what she was doing in the cage. She was just kind of running in a circle. With her left side kind of weighed down. Like I guess maybe she's gonna just run in a circle. Oh, good night, Ken and Barb. I don't know. She's crazy. She's being crazy. Yes, you are. Hey, look what I got. Want one of those? Huh? No? You sure? Want one of these? I don't know what she's doing. Alrighty then. You're gonna go back. She really is sweet. Your rabbit died of cancer last year. Aw. He almost made it to 13. Wow. That's a long time for a rabbit. I had a French lop, a black French lop. Oh god, he was so cool. I called him Charlie Babbitt. All right, no, you got to stay with me, sis. Sorry. Yeah, we're not crawling all over the place. No. See your little leg? This one. You went back in here. So anyway, he ended up getting some sort of an infection, like an ear infection. And because he was just, we brought him in the house, and he was just running circles with his head tucked on to the ground and just running in a circle, in a counterclockwise circle. And so my dad took him into the vet, and the vet said, hi. The vet looked at him and looked in his ear, and he's like, no, he has a double ear infection. And he goes, it burst his eardrum. And he's like, there's really not anything I can do for him. So the vet put him down, which sucked, but yeah. Cute baby. You really are sweet. Yes, I love you. She really is just sweet. I don't know. Yeah. She like gets these bursts of energy where that's what she does. She just kind of crawls all over the place, runs around a little bit, and then yeah. Those little bat ears just kill me. Look at that. She is. They really are. They're very social, very sweet little docile creatures, but mine were not they were not hand raised in the even in the wildlife refuge, so they aren't really super social creatures with humans. At least mine aren't. That's something that you really have to hand rear from birth, from infancy anyway. So yeah, your little nose is cold. Yeah. Yeah, you're so sweet. I don't know. I hope that I'm at least making her if these are her last days, I'm really hoping that I'm making them comfortable for her and peaceful so that she knows that she is loved. But I don't know. I guess in a world where you can be anything, always be kind. So, do sugar gliders have strokes? I don't know. I kind of wondered that myself. I think so. I think they do adapt to people that care, but I don't know. Lou hasn't, and I've been so kind and caring and loving towards that stupid rooster. He's just a mean butthead. I know he's doing what he needs to do. He's doing what what he's inherently programmed to do. But I don't understand. You would think that I've had him for 2 years. He's about 2 years old. I've had him for 2 years, and I have always been very hands-on, and I try very hard to make sure that my chickens are touched frequently, and what demon knots in here. So I try to even make them all feel like, hey, mom, I'm mom, and it's okay, and I'm not going to let anything happen to you, on purpose. And I'm always wanting to hold them and love them, and he just will not. He won't do it. I don't know why. I've always shown him affection, to the best of my ability, and you would think that because I feed him and I take care of him daily, he would be much nicer to me, but he's not. No, you okay? Okay, sis? Yeah. She's just too sweet. Yeah. Yeah, Lou's not a bad guy. He's just not nice to me. He's not nice to humans. He's doing his job. I understand, but I don't understand why he hasn't assimilated to me, or not really assimilated, but at least adapted to me enough to understand that I'm not there to hurt any of them. I just want to love them. It would be so much easier if they could talk. I agree. I wish I could. I wish I spoke, you know, their communication, the way that they communicate. I wish I could communicate with them, but I think that showing them love and kindness and being, and good care. I think that is a type of communication that is universal. I don't think that it has a particular. It doesn't have a language. It doesn't have a, whatever. I think that as long as you're showing kindness and love and care, that they are. I think they understand that. I think they understand feelings probably more so than anything. So, yeah. Yes, that is true. Some people are jerks. That's not really to figure out, no. Yes, and babies. I know. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. Yes, you are loved. I do stop and talk to them, you know, it seems like almost every time I walk by their cage, I will stop and talk to them. And even when they're in their bag sleeping, I'll stop and I'll go at them, or, if they happen to be out getting a drink, or they'll eat their blueberries, sometimes they are up frequently throughout the day. They're usually up a few times throughout the day, where they'll see me, and or I'll see them out and I'll stop and make sure I talk to them and open the cage door and put my hand in there and I pet them and all that stuff. They just don't really like to be handled. She is the exception, I think, at this point. You've got a wet nose. That's what I'm feeling. You have a wet nose. Yeah. So I guess the only thing I can do with her probably at this point is just show her love and kindness. So, all right. Well, it is definitely time for me to get off of here. Figure out something to do with her for the night, because I'm not real sure if I can sleep with her on my chest all night long. So I am going to say goodnight, and we will have her say goodnight. Say goodnight, Lily. So, all right. So I wish you all a very wonderful, prosperous, productive week, and many, many blessings. And do not forget about Earth Day on Thursday, and pay homage to our beautiful Gaia, Mother Earth. And as I said before, above all else, be kind. So, all right. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully, Lily will be seeing you next week as well. So, good night, and live from the earth and play in the dirt.